So how good is the DJI Avata 2 after all the updates and all the hype? Today, let's focus on the drone after the updates and after a little bit time has passed since its release. If you want a more in-depth review of the DJI Avata 2, check out the video in the top right corner of the screen right now. First off, I have to say that Avata 2 didn't live up to my expectations of how I thought it's gonna be. It definitely isn't the better drone from the competition. I wanted something that would be strong like the DJI FPV, somewhere a little bit closer in that regard, but still being as small as the DJI Avata 1, and just overall a smaller profile, easier to use, easier to set up, just an easier experience overall, and more safe, and just a sturdy little drone, but having a little bit more strength, and upgrades to the camera would also be nice. But because the camera, in my opinion, on the Avata 1 isn't that bad, well, I thought it would be really good. Unfortunately, that is not what happened. Essentially, Avata 2 is more like a redefined version of Avata 1. They fixed and changed a little bit to fix the issues that we had with the Avata 1, but sometimes it still can drop out of the sky. So it's not 100% fixed, but it's definitely better, and I see it not like a revolution, rather just an evolution and change of different things on the drone. So essentially it's not better than the competition. While it is better than the Avata 1, it isn't fully better as in like really being a leap forward. Another thing is, in Europe you cannot get full potential out of it because it's limited to the C1 category, meaning that you don't even have as much strength as the Avata 1. I've seen some posts where people are saying that you can actually bypass this right now, so that could be the case, but I haven't personally done anything like that, so you have to look for that yourself, but I've read some posts about that. So essentially, supposedly, you can actually now update it a little bit differently to have more power and match it to its full potential, which is essentially the same as the Avata 1. The camera is definitely better, but it's not something I would say is leaps ahead of the Avata 1. It's a nice upgrade with just better bitrate, nicer sensor, and overall image quality, but it's not something I would say is a must when we already have the Avata 1. After some time, now it is better in terms of compatibility. Now you can actually connect it to all your controllers, like the FPV controller 2, which was for the DJI FPV and DJI Avata, which is nice if you already have that. And also you can use it with the DJI goggles 2 and the goggles Integra, which is another nice feature because at launch we only could use it with the motion controller that came with the drone or the DJI FPV controller 3, so essentially a new one that looked pretty much the same as the FPV controller 2. So it's a really nice update for compatibility if you already have those goggles or that controller. In my opinion, it's definitely more stable than the DJI Avata 1, and it's also much more quiet than the DJI Avata 1. This is, in my opinion, the biggest selling point of this drone, that it has a C1 category if you want to use that. It's also not as loud, it doesn't bring as much attention. And just right away when you start to fly, it loses itself in the air. You don't hear it from kilometers of that really high-pitched noise. And because of the updates, you can now use it with different controllers that you already might have from the other drones. So overall, it's a nice addition. But overall, I would say for me, this drone seems like it's great for beginners and those that want to have a lightweight setup and just fly around and still have great videos. I feel like it's great for beginners, but I definitely felt like I expected more from it. So those updates definitely add a little bit because you can now use its full potential in Europe, but also because of the firmware update that they had for the Avata 2, which is a nice feature now that you can actually use your older controllers and goggles with this drone. With that being said, that's gonna be the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed this video once again, and I'll see you next time.